Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be doing what's next for you guys in love, what you can expect in your love life, what's coming along, what you're learning, all that lovely juicy stuff. So let's get started. We have 4 groups here. We have group number 1 with the citrine, group 2 with the super 7, group 3 with the rose quartz, and group number 4 with the moonstone. You can also choose via the tumble stones as well. So let's get started. We're going to see what's going on in your love life. Also, if you guys would like a private reading with myself, all that information is down below along with my crystal shop. So let's get started. Start with group number 1 with the citrine. Hello group number 1, let's get started with your reading, my lovelies. So you guys chose the lovely rose quartz tumble stone. So you guys are definitely connected to your heart chakra. That is definitely something you guys are focusing on. And I feel very dehydrated, so I'm just going to have some water. So whenever I feel the need to drink water in a reading, it's always a sign for you guys to drink some water, so definitely do that. I'm also picking up a lot of you guys need to focus on one thing at a time. You guys are very, very stressed out at the moment, and it's because you are too far in the future, like you're not focused on the present. Okay, so first of all, let's have a look at this card. If this feels significant for you guys, then just take it as it resonates. So we have number 18, citrine, sun, clarity. So the sun, first of all, may be really affecting you emotionally. The sun really affects people who are ruled by the sun or who are fire signs. A lot of the time that does affect you guys more. Citrine always reminds me of a Leo crystal, so it is to do with the sun. You guys definitely are getting more comfortable with asserting yourself and getting more comfortable with like showing up, showing people who you are, and just basically being this light for people. So what I'm seeing is you are restoring your sunshine. So if you guys are feeling very lackluster, it's really important to surround yourself with people who can really support you at this time. Even if it's a therapist, even if you have to pay someone to be around you in terms of like a therapist, it's not a bad thing. Actually, sometimes it can be better than being around people that are very toxic, that basically take away from your energy and make you feel like poop. So let's get you some tarot cards and we'll see what's going on for you guys. Okay, so we'll see who is coming in your life or anything like that. We'll see what sort of information the cards want to give us today. All right, so we have the Empress. Lovely. So this is definitely to do with your feminine power. That's really, really nice. Temperance. So a lot of balance for you guys, which is great. We have the 9 of Swords. Curiosity with the Princess of Swords. Okay, you guys have felt very uncomfortable the last few days, few weeks. There's a lot of clearing around being single for you guys. There's this fear of like never being able to attract a person in your life, and that's definitely something that I'm feeling. It's like you don't have to worry about it. Like you full on aren't in control of the situation. Like the universe and your soul is the one that's in control of this. So if you ever feel like, you know, you really want a partnership but you don't have one at the moment, that's okay. You know, you're obviously not meant to have one right this second, okay? And focus on why maybe you feel like that. Is it society pressures? Is it maybe this is something that's passed down from your ancestors? Is it fear of, you know, maybe not having a family or anything like that? I just feel like you got to give yourself a break, because the last thing you want to do is make yourself feel more uncomfortable than you already do. Like that's not going to help anyone. So first of all, stop being so hard on yourself. That is not going to help anyone in this situation. So I feel they need to kind of pull some cards, just like a couple of kind of like helpful cards, just to kind of get you some advice on this situation, and then we'll have a look fully into what's going on for you. There we go. That's what I needed to know. Perfect. Lovely. You got a lot of like supportive feminine energy around you. You might be really drawn to be around more females. This is really important too. A life's work, not a season. Get off the treadmill. This is so important. This is to do with your life purpose and your soul path. Oh wow, we have, oh, I thought this was citrine. Oh, it was citrine coming up again. It looks very much like citrine actually. Oh, we have another one here. Okay. So we have selenite, clear the clutter, Lemurian quartz, practice patience. So there's definitely a real deep need for you to practice a shit ton of patience at the moment. Because you are going through a lot of changes, you may feel the need to kind of escape and want a partnership, and that may be why you're feeling like that. So we'll have a look into anyone coming into your life like soon. We'll have a look into that in a moment, but I want to have a look into your energy and we'll see what's going on for you in terms of your love life at the moment. So let's have a look. So what I'm feeling for you guys is you're definitely going through a time of balance, a time of retreat, and I'm hearing recreation. So I don't know what that means, but what they're showing me is it's like you're recreating yourself, you're recreating your path. So I'm feeling like the people that you're naturally drawn to, they're not the right people for you at the moment. So I feel like you're going to be drawn to different types of people soon. I think you're going to be drawn to people who are much more like you, who have the same soul path. Like you want to be around a partner that supports you in your growth and who you feel super comfortable with expressing yourself. So there's this energy of being a female leader, especially, so this is definitely for you guys who are females. If you're not a female, then just take it as it resonates. This portion is just going to be for my females. So, or if you're very, very feminine, that's also the same thing here. So being this female energy, I feel like you guys definitely struggle to lead, or if you're extremely feminine, you struggle to lead because you're always caring about what other people think of you. And the more you focus on what your goals and achievements are and your life purpose, if you don't know what it is, you just got to explore yourself. Like, we don't always know our life purpose. Like, that's the whole point of being a human being, is we have to explore it. So when it comes to your relationships, it's definitely going to be a really important aspect of you, but it's not going to be the whole hog of your whole life. Like, I know you really want one. I can feel kind of a little bit of desperation, but that's okay. If you're kind of in that energy, that's totally fine. That is totally normal, especially if you're feeling like crap. You just maybe want some extra support. And I am filming this on Valentine's Day, so the energy is extra potent. And we also, as from when I'm filming this video, there is a Taurus North Node. So there's this big energy around the heart chakra here. So what I'm seeing is, no, you will not have a relationship within this year. I don't feel, within the year that you're watching this. Maybe it's like 3 days before the end of the year, but I do feel like for you guys, you got to really learn to embrace change. You need to crumble and come down to, with the phoenix, like the ashes, you've got to come into those ashes and bring yourself back up again, because you are definitely coming from a place of desperation or codependency, okay? If this doesn't resonate with you, just take it as resonates. It feels like a very specific message, or it just feels very intense. So what I'm seeing is you've got to lay down these swords, you've got to let go of all these worries, because they're making you feel more crappy about yourself. And it's because a lot of this is to do with ancestral trauma of like relying on another person to make you happy. So what I'm seeing is, I feel like the next 6 months is going to be a really big change for you in your love life, where your love life is loving yourself, by the way. And when I say romantic life, that's when I mean a partnership. But, take it as it resonates. It just, when the messages come out, it can be a bit confusing. So just take it as it resonates as it's coming out. I feel like you are no longer, or you're learning to no longer judge yourself or compare yourself to other people in their lives. If you start doing that, get off Instagram, get off the internet. It's not good for you. Watch something, do something that makes you happy, because you are constantly judging yourself and belittling yourself for not being in a partnership. So of course this is for my single guys and gals. So what I'm seeing for you guys is you're going to learn to embrace change. If you're going through a really uncomfortable time right now, there's a really big need for you to get comfortable with these changes. And we do have like 2 really similar crystals, like they look pretty much the same. So there's definitely an energy of boosting you towards your next goal. I do see you, we're in 22 right now, 2022, and I'm seeing you in 2023 having a relationship. So I feel like within a year, most likely a year and a half, I see, there's going to be possibly a partnership coming towards you. But I definitely feel like you can't just rely on a partnership to make you happy. Like, you got to figure out what is it that's making you feel guilty at this time. So what are you clinging on to? What is making you feel like you're clinging on to this for dear life? And you're definitely up at night. This might be to do with the energies as well, which probably isn't helping. But if you are super sensitive after like talking to someone in particular, or you haven't been out in nature for a while, this is just your massive message to get out in nature. Like, there is too much destruction around you at the moment, like energetic wise. And there's too much like corporation and kind of fakeness around you. Like, if you've been at home for too long, you need to get outside, even if it's just for 5-10 minutes. Because your energy is expanding and you're coming into a more authentic place within yourself, and you are needing more. Like, you're needing more authenticity, and being in the house is not authentic, because obviously it's very fake and you need some nature. You could be around your plants or crystals as well, that will help. So I've seen the like laying foundations to my plan. You may be in your 30s or older. I'm seeing for a lot of you guys, this is for somebody who's a little bit older than, you know, late 20s onwards. It feels like that this is the sort of person I'm talking to. If this is not, take it as it resonates, that's for some of you. But what I'm seeing is you're ready for a new beginning. Like, you're wanting something that's stable. You're not willing to put yourself in a position where somebody's making you feel uncomfortable and making you feel hurt. This is very, very powerful. You're coming into a really powerful place as a divine feminine or a divine masculine. Like, you're coming into a really powerful place of, I'm owning my fucking power and I'm going to do a really good job at it. And especially if you are, you know, it does feel like a gender thing as well. Especially if you are a female, you will be a natural nurturer. You know, it doesn't matter on your energy. If you are a female, you are ingrained to be a natural nurturer. And of course, everyone nurtures in different ways. It's the same with men. Like, men are meant to be bringing in that Mars energy, you know, and even if you're not Mars dominated, it is in your genes, you know, that's just how it is. That's how we are as humans. So I feel as if, as the feminine energy, however you are, your gender, whatever, everyone has feminine energy, your natural nurturing side is being asked to be really, 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 really used at this time. And it's not to, if you are using it where you're overcompensating, you're filling your cup for other people, you're doing too much. I feel like it's about basically aligning yourself with your purpose and goals. So where do you feel most accepted? Where do you feel most safe? Where do you feel like, this is my purpose? That is going to be how you meet your partnership. This is going to be how you meet your relationship, because that's going to be how you come into this life. And I feel like this is a very kind of past and present part of the reading, and then we'll have a look into the future of what's coming towards you. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so past and present. Okay, so sometimes I need to organize my readings as I go along, because otherwise it can get a little bit confusing. All right, so what do I want to look at next? Okay, let's pull you some tea leaf cards and let's see what's going on around this partnership. Okay, there we go. Feeling tied down or frustrated. Tower, solid foundation, success with effort. That is exactly what I was picking up on, actually. I felt a lot of Aries energy. I felt a lot of, you need to start initiating your own personal power, and it definitely is related to your gender. Like, and any gender can do really any job, I feel, but it's more about like your natural instincts. If you are naturally nurturing, use that. If you're naturally more driven, masculine, go do that. It's like, you need to be shook. There's something that's not being shown to the universe. There's something that's not being pushed out, and I'm feeling like you just need a good shake, and that may be going for a run or something, like literally shaking out your body. Someone is behaving stupidly. So I don't normally use these cards because they're so blunt, but this is about how you have interacted with other people. You've definitely, I'm going to just say, you've been around a lot of stupid people. Like, they don't realise your power, you don't realise your power, and it's made you feel like you can't be yourself. Okay, so let's see what else wants to come through. All right, we have the eagle, we have flowers, and we have carriage. This one is the top one. Okay, underneath the deck, butterfly, a change for the better. I mean, that makes so much sense. Okay, so, all right. So, feeling tied down or frustrated, solid foundation, success with effort. We then have the ram, a stubborn, aggressive person, flowers, happiness, eagle, triumph over troubles and obstacles, carriage, a journey, either physical or mental. You guys have been through so much uncomfortable stuff with your love life. It has been a pain in the butt. So let's see how you could possibly meet your next partnership or the next person to really help you in your life here. Okay, so definitely, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So it's going to be someone who's really practical, Capricorn. It feels like somebody who is going to be somebody who just really, really helps you. They're going to allow you to be yourself. They're going to help you to be who you are. Most likely meeting through something practical like work or working with your body. It could be something to do with health, especially if you work in health in some way, whether holistic or, you know, just general, like a nurse or a doctor. I also feel like the second house is to do with how you are being really responsible for yourself, because if Tauruses are in their balanced energy, they can be super, super responsible. So I feel as if the more responsible you are, the more it's just going to make you feel so much more at ease. So I feel like there's a lot of practical effort that needs to happen. Is there anything else that wants to come through for anyone? There's a lot of practical effort that needs to happen. Sagittarius, Neptune. So it's going to be also when you embrace your spiritual side, that's when somebody comes in, when you start to feel like, oh yeah, this makes so much sense, you know. So we have the Eagle, which is a massive map transformation to do with Scorpio. We have a Ram, which is Aries. There's a lot of Mars energy here, so there's definitely a need to get really practical about your goals. Like, where am I avoiding my own identity? Where am I avoiding bringing in my own power? Where am I avoiding showing up for myself? So this is going to about you, like, you have to get frustrated with yourself to get to your next goal. It's like, yes, I know it's annoying, but there's definitely a part of you you're not choosing to accept. And I feel like I'm being really hard on you guys in this group, but it feels like your personal power is not being fully used. Okay, and it's down to you and the blockages that are tying you down. Like, you feel tied down. It might just be a divine timing thing for you guys. It might not be that you have to put any physical effort in, but if ever you feel like, oh, I feel so accepted in that area of my life, oh, I feel like I could be free, do more of that, because that's going to help you feel like, oh, I feel so free. So this is going to be part of your love life. There's going to be somebody who accepts you for who you are, and there could be a Sag, a Capricorn, Virgo, Pisces, or Aries, somebody who sees you for who you are. And I feel like you're going to really triumph over this and they're going to feel really, really happy. You're just going to feel really, really comfortable. So I feel like this is kind of like where you are now, feeling tied down. You might be dealing with a really stubborn person. You might be dealing with somebody who's just very, very hard-headed, and it's making you feel really uncomfortable. This is getting you to go into the conflict rather than avoid it, because, you know, every time you've been in relationships, you've avoided that conflict, and that is why you've never resolved anything. Unfortunately, some relationships you need to go into conflict, and that's most of relationships. Sometimes you just have to go there so you can work through stuff, you know. So let's have a look and see what are the main aspects of this relationship. Do we want this deck? Do we want this deck? Or do we want another deck? We want this one. Okay. So the next partnership that wants to come along, yes, exploring your throat chakra. Yes, girl. This is also to do with are you basically overcompensating for other people? I feel like you're always the one to be the mum or the dad in the group, and it's not working for you anymore because you are taking away where you could be giving that to a larger group of people, you know. Yeah, you're really trying to avoid that transformation, girl. Yes. Okay, we got to go for that transformation to get you to the other side. All right, let's see who this person is. Let's get a bit more information. Anyone coming into Grit and Boy's life? Yes, it's definitely about you guys bringing in more happiness. You guys, this relationship isn't going to be serious. Of course, it is serious in like long term, but it's not going to be serious to the point where you feel stuck and unhappy. This person's going to help you to flow more with your emotions. So the more you flow more now, the quicker it's going to be. So getting really present in your body, surrendering to this transformation. And I feel like a lot of you guys are really, really stubborn. So it can be really, really hard to adjust. It can be really hard to be yourself, because it's like, oh my God, I don't know what to do. You know, you're used to being controlled, but control is just an illusion. If you feel safe within yourself, you don't have to worry about things like that. So the next lunar eclipse could easily be a time for you when this partnership comes around, but it's also about not avoiding things that are hard and deep and tough. Like, this is going to be a really big change for you guys. And also, you might need extra support. You might need to like do maybe, I feel like some of you guys need singing lessons, because it's about like exploring your voice. It could be vocal coaching. It could be, you know, having a counsellor, talking to them. It could be some sort of shadow work coach. There's something around your 5th chakra, and that's going to bring in this person who wants to come in next. Like, they feel really, really good, and they feel really, really easy and comfortable. But there's definitely, for you guys, there's quite a long wait until you meet someone. I mean, at the most 2 years, that's not that long. But there's definitely a blockage around like accepting yourself and being okay with being single, basically. That's kind of what I'm feeling. Yeah. Okay, let's get a couple of letters for you guys. Okay. I have the word pole, so you could meet this person pole dancing or something. We've got P-I-O-E and L as well as your letters. So have a lovely day. I hope that resonates with you guys, and I'll speak to you very soon. Bye. Hello, group number 2. Let's get started with your reading. So you guys chose this beautiful crystal here. So let's get started with your reading. Let's see what's coming next for you in love. So we have Super 7, Direction. Lovely. So this is number 20. So I feel like for you, this is very much about your crown chakra. There's a shit ton of purple in this, and you also chose the purple crystal. So your crown chakra is going to be the main element to your relationships. I feel like you could easily meet someone in the next 6 months, and this person is going to be easy, and it could lead to a friendship first and then be a relationship. I feel like this person is super comfortable with you, really, really happy. They are very, very joyful. There's somebody who I'm hearing ease of life. They're easy in life. They're somebody who is very good at laying the foundation before taking on anything. So basically they'll always take responsibility for stuff that they've gone through. They're not someone who projects it out and things like that. So let's have a look at your tarot and we'll see what's your main focus at the moment. Let's do another shuffle. I'm seeing you guys living in a house. So if you guys are wanting to manifest a house in terms of like a mortgage, you want to manifest a mortgage, or you want to buy a house outright if you have the monies, I definitely see that. Some of you guys have been living on somebody else's couch, I'm seeing. So I'm seeing you guys coming out of that. I'm also feeling, I'm living under somebody else's roof. So you might feel like you're either in someone's shoes or literally under someone's roof. Like you don't ever feel like you have your own home. So I do see you guys looking at homes or changing your direction in home, something like that. It could be you guys are going through a divorce or something. There's something about changing the home around. So that's what I'm seeing. All right, so we have the 8 of Cups, retreat, 6 of Swords, transition, 10 of Swords, despair, fortune, reverse upright. Okay. All right, so there's definitely a big clearing for you guys. You guys have felt just really uncomfortable, like lots of transformation. You're ready for something brand new. You're ready for something to move forward. So what I'm seeing is a bit of blunt stuckness, like you've been feeling really, really, really stuck. But what I'm seeing is it's because you guys are seeing the shadows of what's going on with you, like you're looking deeper, and it's scary, but it's necessary. Like this is something that's going to really change your life. So I feel like this is like the past, there's a massive change, and this is the future. So I want to see what's going on in your guys' love life in terms of a relationship coming towards you. Lovely. So you start to learn how to be yourself in a relationship, not masking or hiding who you are. That's lovely. That's gorgeous. Yeah, the devil. This actually feels really sexual. Like this devil feels really sexual here. Transformation in your sexuality, in who you are and how you accept connections, sort of thing. So there's definitely a tower here. Tower moment in terms of like you guys can't avoid this destruction. And it feels like you're getting comfortable with realizing how you've been disappointed in the past. Like you're getting comfortable with seeing things clearly, like you're not avoiding anything. You're not feeling like, oh, this is so like, I can't do this anymore. It's like you're in the middle of it and you're asserting yourself towards it. Like any kind of pain or uncomfortable stuff that you're dealing with, you're just looking at it straight away. So let's get you a couple of advice cards. Let's see what's going on for you guys. Lovely. You go first, the universe will catch you. There's somebody who is going to come into your life and it's going to be really weird. Like, first of all, I don't think you're used to being in a relationship, or you haven't had one for a long time. And this person's really balanced, and you're kind of going to wait for the ball to drop, but nothing ever happens. Like, because this person's really sensible, and you're like, whoa, wait, I've done the healing. Like, so yeah, it's definitely something about aligning your life. There's something about putting the pieces together. Yeah, trust your path. If you knew you'd be supported, what would you do? I feel like you need to start with your mental health and go from there. So if you ever feel unsafe, look at your root chakra and possibly childhood stuff, childhood wounds, trauma, things like that. Yes, get crystal clear. Okay, beautiful. So what I'm seeing is one thing at a freaking time. You are somebody who is here to bring in the light. You're somebody who has a lot of light. But you've got to get out your own way. Like if you've been around people who have been very destructive and you're still unraveling that. So you might be around somebody from your past and they're going to help you to overcome your fears with love. And this is relationships too. I feel like this is to do with I'm hearing rivalry with a sibling. So you might be around a sibling right now who's not comfortable to be around, or anyone. It could be an ex-partner, it could be a friend. It's somebody in your life who you're just not comfortable being around at the moment, and it's getting you to get comfortable with that feeling. And this is going to be, it's basically like you're asserting yourself to your shadows. Like you're talking to your shadows and you're like, nah, this isn't going to bother me anymore. I don't want to avoid this conflict. So I do feel as if you need to leap first in your love life. I feel like a lot of you guys are very scared of asserting yourself with people. I feel like if you see someone you like, go for it. Like, go and ask them out, or go talk to them. There's a need for you to talk to more people, and that's going to bring you towards a relationship. It's like, talk to more people, especially even in like career. Like, there could be somebody in your work that could give you someone's phone number, and then that helps you with like a project you're doing, and then that could be a friend, and that could be a relationship. It's like, let yourself explore these emotions and let yourself explore where you're going, because I feel like it's just one step at a time for you guys. So with Wheel of Fortune, planning a movement, there's something around planning to move, planning to change your job, planning to, exit another relationship, but it's comfortable as fuck, like you're ready to do it. And if there's something that's not aligned, what is it that needs to be aligned and needs to change? Is there a part of your life that you're just like, I can't keep doing this over and over again, I'm hearing I'm not going to let that narcissist destroy me anymore. So you've definitely had a lot of narcissistic relationships that are just so uncomfortable for you guys. And there's a lot of fear. There's a lot of fear around basically trusting somebody again. So it will take a little bit of time, but you're definitely going to get there. All right, so what do we want to do next? We're going to do some tea leaf cards. Alrighty, so let's see what's going on in number 2's love life. Position of authority, throne. Romance is in the air, keep your life in balance. Ooh. I feel like for some of you guys, you're going to meet somebody pretty soon. And it's going to be... Okay, the universe is going to naturally draw you to someone. Okay? Stepping into a new experience. A leg. Just a leg. That's it. Dealings or relationships with an older woman. This is definitely you dealing with somebody in your life who has made you feel restrictive of either your sexual power or your inner child. Like, you can't express yourself when you're around this type of person. And it could be a mother figure, could be a grandmother, an auntie. Yeah, you'll be taken care of in difficult times. This is definitely this is very deep, this reading. It's kind of hard to get those messages out. So I hope this is making sense to you guys, because it feels really like deep as fuck. Whoa. Okay. Temptation will test you. Oh, girl. Okay. News is on the way. Oh, that is interesting. I'm seeing you guys with someone and an ex coming back. That is so complicated. The reason why his ex is coming back is because they're testing you on this relationship. Yes, interesting. Okay, so crib, birth or conception of a child or enterprise. This is to do with a project. So this isn't to do with a physical baby, I don't feel. This is to do with you nurturing yourself enough to realise that you deserve someone who really treats you well. And also this is to do with your passion and your projects. So, all right, so first of all, I'm hearing you start owning your life, owning that this is your life and you get to do whatever the frick frack you want, all right? So then you're going to start to step into a new experience. You're going to get your life more in balance and you're going to start to feel ready for a connection. I feel as if, also as well, a distant friend is thinking of you. I feel like this is about you cutting ties with people. This might be a sign that somebody is thinking about you, especially a friend. Like a very, very strong friendship you used to have could be thinking about you as well. But what I'm seeing is there's a big change in your romantic life. A really, really big change. It feels as if it's going to take some time, but it feels like you got to it sounds really weird to say. I don't mean it literally like this, but fix yourself. So I'm not saying there's anything wrong with you, but I'm feeling like you've been shattered and you're having to put every piece back together. So what I'm seeing is start with the practical, start with, making sure you've got a career you really enjoy or a project you really like getting involved with stuff, get indulged in stuff, really get in there. And then there's going to be a partnership added onto that. So if ever you feel like you're relying on someone to make you happy, you're not going to attract this relationship. I just want to say that now, because it's going to make you feel miserable, because then you're going to attract people who are desperate, essentially. So basically it's getting you comfortable with being your own boss. You might even actually be your own boss. You might actually want to start your own work. You might actually want to start your own job. Like you want to, okay, what am I saying? You want to basically be self-employed. That's it. Or it could be you're being promoted. Okay, so I feel like there's definitely romance around you guys. 100%. There's definitely romance coming in. That's going to be the news. Okay, got it. So there's going to be romance, and I do feel, oh, I get it. Thank you. Oh my God, they took their time. Okay, right, I got it. So tell me again. So you've got there's a clump of stuff that you're in at the moment, like you can't avoid it. It's conflict, it's addictions, codependency, and or money issues. That is a clump of stuff you're dealing with. If you have any fear, you're dealing with it, like you're dealing with it now. Then it's like the universe is like, okay, she's done it, cool, we're done with that. And then that's when you get a partnership. It's like, okay, is she dedicated enough to deal with this stuff? Is he or she dedicated enough? When I say she, I don't ever mean like an actual woman. That's just how I talk. I'm like, girl, yes. So are you dedicated enough to deal with this stuff that's right in front of you? You can't avoid it. Okay, once that's done, goodbye. And then there's a person coming in, and that's when the romance, because it's like, you have to get responsible. Otherwise, you're just going to attract narcissist after narcissist. And there could be a friend who's far away from you who could contact you to test you on this thing. It might be, oh, Vicky, I don't really have any tests right now. And I'm like, okay, girl, well, check your messages. This is going to be, I'm going to put it out there. It's a positive thing for you guys, though. It's not going to be anything too intense. It would just be like, okay, I can deal with this. And you'll be surprised how strong you are around this person as well. You'll be surprised how much you can actually deal with. Okay, so let's see who this person is. Let's get a bit more info. All right, so any new people coming in, this could be their star sign. Any people around you, this could be their star sign as well. Okay, solar eclipse, waning crescent, last quarter, Cancer. All right, no more forcing stuff. If someone doesn't want you, you'll just know. You won't feel the need to like force it or change it or anything like that. Okay. All right, let me have Mercury. Beautiful. So I forgot to pull these other cards first, and let me pull these cards first. All right, let me pull these blue ones as well. Okay. So I feel as if it's about you being comfortable in a relationship, any kind, any sort of relationship, friendship, family, whatever, and not losing yourself. That is what you're aiming for. That is how you're going to attract your next relationship. Or someone who just feels comfortable. That could be a friend as well. So the next person you're going to meet, possibly Sag or Cancer, or an earth sign, or an earthy Sag, or an earthy Cancer. Lovely. So there's a need for extreme transparency in every relationship you have. If you can sort out, first of all, if you can sort out people who are seriously close to you, like blood relations and friendships, things like that, that will be the foundation to a next partnership, because you will bring that stuff into a relationship and that person will bring stuff into the relationship. So you want to be with somebody who can handle all that stuff or has gone through it. You want someone who's responsible, but you've got to get responsible first. So we have presence, which is really beautiful. So I feel like this is about you guys really setting the intention that you're going to start focusing on yourself, not worrying about other people, caring for them, but just being okay with just focusing on your own life and not having to be responsible for other people, because you're not, essentially. And then it's going to make you super, super attractive, more attractive, because you're concentrating on your own energy. And that's a very powerful thing to do as an empath. And this is going to help you to be around attract somebody who's going to be worthy of your time. And I'm hearing no more people will touch me if they aren't worth my time. Like, you're going to be able to be fully, you're just going to attract someone really good for you, I'm feeling. Like, I don't feel like there's anyone around you that's just toxic or anything like that. Okay, so let's get you some, what are we doing now here? Okay, let's get you some dice. Okay. Okay, so group number 2, we have Virgo, we have the 9th house, and we have Mars. We have Leo. We have Pluto, and we also have the 6th house. So in the past, you have basically tried to prove yourself to people that you're worthy, and you basically, it really affected your health. It really made you feel very, very uncomfortable with your health, like you suffered, and you're not going to do that anymore. And basically in the future, you are super healthy, I feel, mentally or physically, and or both. You are exploring yourself more and you're traveling, and I feel like this relationship is going to be fucking expansive. Like, you're going to do so many things with this person, and there's somebody who is very, very natural. Like, they don't like to dye their hair or here dye their skin, so maybe they are tanning. They could have tattoos, but they don't really go ham on their body too much. They like to keep it quite natural. And this is somebody who you're basically just going to feel like this is brand new. Like, this is really brand new. Like, this is somebody you don't know. And you feel like you're really in your body with them. So you could go from a Leo person to a Virgo person. Or this is about you going from trying to avoid intimacy by, you know, being over the top, trying to be codependent and force a relationship, to feeling really natural, feeling like you can just be yourself. And it might be somebody who you are intimate with for the first time in a very long time, or whatever. This could be somebody who you'll just naturally connect with and you will feel comfortable with them. And it's a very natural, safe environment with this person. Like, they feel really right for you. And it feels like you just feel really great. And there's somebody who you can bring home to your parents as well, if that's something that's important to you. I'm hearing someone you can share a bed and a life with. Alright, so let's get some words or letters around this person, who they are. Okay, so I'm seeing London, I'm seeing Jordan, like the name Jordan, and I'm hearing the word loner, but it's about you kind of like you're learning to be by yourself as well. Okay. So these are letters. So if this person could be their name, could be it could be where they live, something like that. I'm seeing like countries beginning with L, beginning with U, S, R, places like that. I'm picking up this person might have been a driver for a while, like for Uber Eats or something. Just saw that randomly, like they're in a car a lot. And we had Sag there as well, so that's to do with travel and things like that. Yeah, this is lovely. So that is your reading, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Rates and crystal shop are down below, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye. Hello, Grit number 3. Let's get started with your reading. You guys chose Rose Quartz Empathy. All right, first of all, you guys are very sensitive. You are a major empath. Like, that is kind of what you're here to do on the planet. I feel like you guys are such Venus people. Like, you radiate love. You are so wanting a partnership that just makes you feel so good about yourself. And it's because you're so precious as well. Like, you're very, very different to a lot of people and a lot of people you've been around. Like, you don't resonate with a lot of people because you aren't in those relationships yet. Like, you're getting prepared. I'm hearing packing your suitcase. You're getting ready for that relationship. Empathy makes me feel like you guys have serious empathy. Like, you have serious empathy for a lot of people, and you've always kind of taken on people's stuff to basically save them from themselves, which is, first of all, it's a surviving tactic from when you're younger, but it's not practical anymore. Like, I'm hearing take that out of the equation and remember to focus on what your needs are and what you deserve as well. So I'm seeing you're relating differently to your relationships, with your mother and father figure, the main figures in your life when you're younger. You are changing the relationships you have with them, and it is bringing in the most sexiest person for you. And you're going to be very, very surprised when you meet this person, because you're going to be like, I know you're my partner, but I can't tell you, because you're very sensitive, like, you're very intuitive. So you know this is your partner, but you're like, fuck, what do I do now? It feels really fun and cute, and you've always been extremely special. Like, you've always had this part of you that is so incredibly intuitive and talented and spiritual, and possibly you love singing and dancing, like you're so fun and expressive, but people have not liked that about you. People have not seen you fully because they can't see themselves fully. And you've gone through, I'm feeling like 5 different stages, or 5 different stages before meeting this person, and you've gone through health issues, physical health, mental health, relationship stuff, death possibly in the family, like death with, you know, people, animals, like you've dealt with so many fucking things, like you've had so much shit, and you're like, when am I going to get a relationship? And you've done the work. I feel like you've done a lot of spiritual work on yourself, you've done a lot of healing, and you're getting comfortable with yourself, which is fucking amazing, because you no longer need this partnership, you know, you're no longer craving or like needing this relationship. It's not uncomfortable anymore. It's like, yes, it's uncomfortable, but it's not like, it's like you can deal with it. You're no longer trying to escape yourself. And a lot of the time you had these addictive relationships because you were dealing with addictions yourself, and your intense personality is needed on this planet, okay? Your intensities, your emotions are fucking needed. So don't avoid them, okay? I know it's hard. I know, especially if you've got a lot of narcissists or toxic people around you, it's fucking uncomfortable, especially if you're young and you're living with parents, you know, and you can't help but be in that environment. But you've got to find a place where you find your safety, okay? Because that's going to be part of you getting stable. You've basically been like this for a very long time. You're super reliable, but you haven't found people who are also reliable. Yes, you are the first. I'm picking up you're very grounded. It's very easy to tap into your energy for this group. You are ready for a relationship. That's it. You're ready for one. You need one. You're going to have one. And when I say need, I mean authentically need. You're done now. I think you're done with the transformation, basically. There's not even much to say about like what you're going through, because you've already done it. This is cool. I like this, because this is very much like very different to group 1 and 2. Like I say in most of my readings, like 1 and 2 is always very similar. This is completely different. This is completely different. You could have easily just been like, I'm done now, I don't want to do this anymore, and just left all these relationships, but you stuck it out because you know that they're worth it. In terms of like, you didn't suddenly give up on anything that you've gone through. Not to say you fought for the relationships or anything like that, because that's quite toxic. That's basically what we're taught in society, is to fight for the relationship. And it's like, oh God, I can't deal with that stuff. Because it's like, no, if you have to fight for somebody, they're not worth having. Obviously there's things you have to compromise on and things like that. I mean, like if someone's not giving you the attention and you're like, oh my God, I love you so much, it's like I have to fight for you, and it's like, girl, don't do that. All right, so we have yes. Okay, so I'm seeing a wedding for you guys. I do see you're going to be married at some point in your life. I feel at the age of like 4 years, 4 years time, you could be engaged, which is so cute for some of you guys. It's going to be amazing. Okay, so someone is admiring you. Someone is going to come towards you at the right time. So I'm seeing people observing you, and they love a certain aspect of you, and they're being drawn to your profile or your work, your job. So basically, wherever you work, they're being drawn to it. So they could end up being in your company that you work for. They could end up being a follower of your social media. They could be somebody who ends up in your town and you just meet them in a random coffee shop and they start talking to you. There is no effort that needs to be involved in how you meet this person. This person will come to you and you'll both assert yourself equally, basically. Like talking to each other, especially if you are, you know, if you are very sensitive and you just get overwhelmed with talking to people. If you're sensitive, that's how you're meant to be. Don't try to change or adjust yourself, because that's just going to make you feel like more crappy. So let's get you some advice for your love life. Okay, this is a random message. I'm just going to go for it here, as I always do. I'm picking up on the child catcher from, what is that film called? It's gone out of my head, but it's really creepy character from Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, that film, and it's fucking weird. It creeps me out, but basically it's about people trying to lure you in with your trauma, and it's very gross. And I'm not going to stay in that energy for too long because it's yuck, it's disgusting, but it feels like you see them so clearly now. You're like, girl, I don't want your candy. I don't want your sweets anymore. Fuck off. I'm not getting your ban, bitch. It's like you don't want to... Like, you can see the manipulation from a mile off. Yes. That is so good. I'm so proud of you guys. Amazing. So you're standing in your power. People are admiring you. You're going to get a lot more followers quite soon as well, because you're standing out from the crowd. You are empowered. You're feeling really empowered, and you're not asking for permission. Oh, so cute. I love this. How cute is this? The ever unfolding rose cracked open. It's happening for you, not to you. Oh shit, that's amazing. Then we have soul family, calling your tribe. You don't have to do it alone, guys. This is why I was saying you're very ready for a relationship, because your soul tribe is just so close to you. At the most, I'm picking up 3 to 5 months. I'm here in May. Any month that begins with M, so May, March, or the letter M is really important for you. It could be mum as well, like you're healing a relationship with your mother figure. Okay, so the ever unfolding rose, you could be really connected to peonies, roses, any sort of pink flower that has a lot of layers to it. You might be interested in being a gardener, or drawn to gardening, or being in nature more. Okay, you are meant to be in this position right now. There's nothing you're doing wrong. You're doing everything right. There's just a need for you to be patient with the unfolding, okay? Things unfold at their own time. Things grow at their own time. It's like babies. Or young people say they've got a bun in the oven, you know, or if you're creating something, you're cooking something, you've got to put those ingredients in, you've got to wait for the timing, okay? You'll wait for that timing and that sweet spot when you take it out the oven. You know, it's that kind of energy. So you're not behind, okay? This is soon, this is coming. And they're saying, why would you want anything less than that? Why would you want anything less than that? It's been a hard path for you guys. You feel very like earthy or watery. Your energy feels like Scorpionic or Capricorn or something like that. Like you have always been the sufferer. Always been the sufferer, and you're not doing that anymore. You're owning your shit basically, which is amazing. Your soul family, oh my god, you're gonna have the most beautiful children. If you have kids, oh, those kids are gonna be so cute. They're probably gonna have, I feel like, curly hair or light blonde hair. Like their hair is always going to be part of their personality. Whenever someone sees your kid's hair or your hair, like, oh my god, I love your hair, it's so pretty, or I love your hair color, or I love your curls. Or it could be you have very big afro hair, or you have really big curly hair, or you have like really bright ginger hair, you have blonde hair, or you just have like, your hair is just very significant. Even if you don't have any hair, maybe that's a statement too. It's like people are drawn to you because of your energy, but there's part of you physically that stands out and makes people drawn to you. And that's going to be what your partner loves about you when you get into a relationship. It just feels like, I'm hearing it hasn't been done yet. It hasn't been completed yet. The cycle is not complete. So something is being completed. It's like done. I'm done with that. I'm seeing like people in like a printing shop, and they have 3 people, like, you know, when you have like a line of people and they're doing stuff on the conveyor belt. It feels like I'm hearing a line. So you're dealing with one thing at a time, and you're letting things be sorted before it gets shipped out to wherever. It's like you got to get those parts done before it has to come in one clump. Like it has to come in one clump. And the number 14, very, very significant. The fact you guys chose this card with Venus on it, that's also extremely significant, because you guys are so ready for a relationship. I'm just like, I want it to happen for you guys. It feels like it's coming. It's so close. It's so fucking close. Like, you have done the healing. You're doing it. You've done it. It's all done. I'm seeing ice skating as well. That could be a very big synchronicity for some of you guys. It feels like you're gliding. It's ease. It's comfortable. It's like, yeah, bitch, this is great. It's in the flow. Yes, queen. Okay, so let's go. Let's have a look at group number 3. Okay, don't want those two. Yeah, you've held a lot of stuff onto you, and also there's somebody who's caused you to pull you away. Someone is extremely stubborn and unwilling to change. Yep, and that's not you. That's not you. Somebody, oh yes, it's you dealing with not being able to change people. That is a big one for empaths. Big, big, big one. Deep friendship with someone of the same sex. Oh, lovely. So obviously, depending on your gender, that's going to be a new sign as well for you guys. I feel like these symbols could be very significant for you guys as well in your any shadow work you've done. If you've done any shadow work, these could be significant, or dreams. Uncertain time, need to plan ahead. This feels like something to do with a mother figure as well, like holding the baby. And that's what I was saying. That's why I keep getting like pregnancy and things in this group, because it's like you've always been susceptible to narcissists because that's just your plan. That's the plan that the universe has had for you. A fair man, dealings or relationship with a fair man with blonde, grey or white hair. So that's going to be possibly in the future or somebody who you're dealing with now. That's basically, yeah, big synchronicity. All of these? No, just this one. Okay. Danger, especially in money matters. Let's see what else. Take care, enemies are working against you. Okay. All right, so psychic ability, trust your intuition. You guys might have very, like, quite small eyes, quite arched eyebrows, very scorpionic, I'm feeling. So if you guys have that, that is a big synchronicity. All right, here we go. So we have a dark woman, dealing with a relationship with a woman with dark complexion or hair. Someone is leaving your life. Okay, so this is not going to freak you out, guys. This is your old self being like, I'm done, bitch. I'm done. I'm done. And you're leaving your trauma behind now. You've dealt with it. Yes, this is good. This is leaving space. You're allowing space now in your life. You're no longer filling it with addictions and things like that. Okay, so don't take all these words like seriously, because some of these can be really intense and I'm like, oh my god, it can be quite shocking. But what I'm seeing is this is somebody from your past, this is someone in your future. So the person you could be with could have blonde, grey or white hair, could be somebody in your life right now who you're working with at the moment, in work, in friendship. I also do see that you've done a lot of work to do with friendships. You are going to get peace and harmony with that, and it's part of your soul tribe. And basically I feel like with these two here, this is about you. How are you dealing with those people in your life? Like, do not take on their stuff. It's not worth it, okay? So any sort of dealings with partnerships and things like that, if there's a partner that is coming towards you very soon, which I feel like that, there's definitely this sense of like, you might struggle with making decisions because you're going through a big transformation. It's affecting like your mental health. This is just energies. You're just very sensitive to that. You may have also dealt with cheating or somebody who's very, very distracted. Like somebody is always wanting more, grass is always greener, that type of thing. And there's no more of that. You're done. You're done with that. That is your soul karma. That is a soul contract. That is just done. In terms of like karma, this is just anybody. You could have attracted this in anybody. And it could be to do with family. It could be to do with friends. Like people who are just not honest with you. And you're going to be seeing less of these people, especially if they are extremely narcissistic. Like you're not going to have to deal with them for much longer, especially if you live with them. Yeah, especially if you live with them, it's not going to be as hard anymore. You've had to just, like, shit has just been set in front of you and you're going to have to, you've dealt with it. And it's great. It's really, really good. And I'm just so proud of you guys. Like, it's been really uncomfortable for you guys. And it may have affected your money. It may have affected, you may have dealt with, you know, divorce and things like that. And it may have affected your money, you know. It may have affected who you are and how you see yourself. And it may have just really affected that. And no more of that. And that could have been your karma as well of dealing with money with somebody else. Okay. So you've always been kind of shamed for who you are in terms of your originality. It's because you're so amazing. It's because people see the light in you and they want that. They want that safety. It's like they want you, but they don't want you. They're scared of your light because they can't see it within themselves. Beautiful. Oh my God, you are getting your power back, guys. You feel so comfortable. And no one can take away your power unless you let them, okay? So we'll clarify this with the Zodiac cards. We'll see if there's anybody that's coming in your life. Anyone who is around you at the moment or wants to be with you. Okay, it's got a lot of red in this group. Ninth house, Venus. You're going to be around somebody who loves traveling, who's really enthusiastic about life, who's fun. They might have Gemini in their chart. Can we get any Zodiac signs that want to come out? Okay, you're not going to give me any more Zodiac signs. Okay, so the star signs I'm picking up on are, actually, do you know what? I might pull the dice as well. Oh, we have Aquarius. That could be somebody in your life as well, helping your transformation. Okay, future for you guys. And any extra messages. Lovely. So we have Taurus, we have Sagittarius. So what this has done, all the things you've been through, it's been preparing you for someone stable. You've had to learn how to find stability within yourself first. Like, how do you handle being single? Do you kind of numb out, or do you really feel what's going on? Okay, so your first chakra is going to be how you feel in the relationship. comfortable as fuck. It's going to be really, really nice. You have definitely done a lot of work around twin flames, things like that. And you're going to find somebody who really appreciates your mind and how you think. They love it. They find it really sexy. And the same with your person. You're going to be like, whoa, they're really deep. I love that. And it could be on a lunar eclipse that this person comes around. This person could be a Taurus, a Sag, a Virgo, a Gemini, an Aquarius, a Pisces, or Cancer, possibly Capricorn. Okay, basically all the signs, but they feel quite mercurial. Like their energy is, they talk a lot. And this is somebody who you're going to meet through your career, through service. So most likely if you do a career of service, it's going to be through that. And you're going to be recognized for your service. Like they're seeing you and they're like, whoa, you are sexy as fuck. You're really good at what you do. How do you do that? And there's a massive amount of appreciation. Like you've had to go through a lot of stability issues, like how to deal with stability around people who aren't stable. And then this is what you're coming into, which is fortune, like amazing abundance, freedom. And you're most likely going to move away from the home as well when you're with this person. But it feels like you're going to attract somebody who's really stable and really, really comfortable, and they feel just amazing, which I'm so happy for you guys. I'm going to pull you one more card. Ooh, hi. Yes, trust. You can trust this person. That is amazing. I love that. Let's get one more. Oh, yes. Very Taurian. Very, very Taurus. Yeah, beautiful. Learn to trust yourself within this. So, oh, okay. Let's get you some letters before I forget. Ooh, a lot of E's. E. E. E's and I's. Whoa, I did shuffle as well. Oh my god, you got so many E's. Okay, well, someone has E in their name. Oh, we got a blank one. That's interesting. Okay, so this person is very, like, you don't know this person. That's what that's about. Okay, so you've got a lot of T's, you've got some I's. Oh, someone wears a tie a lot. Someone possibly could be a teacher, a doctor, a nurse. I'm hearing pediatrician. Neurologist. They have like some sort of degree in something. They could have had a family that's deeply religious as well, or deeply spiritual. I'm picking up this person lives by themselves as well, so you could spend a lot of time at their home. So that is what I'm picking up on. Have a lovely day, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye. Hello, good number 4. Let's get started with your reading. So you guys got the beautiful moonstone. You have the crown chakra, and you also have transcendence, number 1. Oh, you guys have some built up energy, guys. I'm hearing sexual energy, physical energy, spiritual energy. There's a lot of energy for you guys, and especially if you have ovaries, moonstones can be very, very good for you, because if you deal with bloating, if you deal with the menopause, if you deal with hormonal changes, this is the perfect crystal for you, first of all. But what it's going to do is also this crystal, I feel like it's to do with you embracing your feminine power, your feminine energy, you being a natural nurturer, you being someone who wants to just give the best life to this person you want to be with. And I'm hearing you've done a lot of work for other people, you've helped a lot of people. When is it that I'm going to get when am I going to get what I want? And that is going to be what's something that you're coming into, is you're going to get what you deserve, basically. You're going to get somebody who really appreciates you. Sorry if you have my stomach as well. All right, so lovely. So moonstone is one of my faves. I always wear moonstone. It's very, very helpful, especially dealing with any sort of, like I said, like tummy issues, anything to do with the ovary area, and just hormonal stuff. So let's see, I'm seeing like an infinity sign, and I'm seeing the number 6. So a lot of you guys have dealt with a lot of like kind of Virgo related stuff. So kind of perfectionism, health issues, mental, physical, spiritual, things like that. I had just had throat chakra stuff, so I coughed. So there's a sense of clearing out the throat and the heart, because you've had a lot of toxicity. Like I'm seeing you breathing in toxic fumes, like toxic air. And it's somebody's giving off that toxic air, and you haven't really kind of even smelt it. You haven't smelt it. You haven't like breathed it in, like, and realised you've actually been breathing it in for so long. Like it's kind of been like a mystery to you, and you're like, why do I keep attracting these people? But it's because what it's basically saying is you haven't seen the red flags. because those red flags have been green flags for a very long time since you were younger. And you're no longer hiding your intuitive abilities, hiding your innocence, because you have such an innocent side to you. Like, you are a very gentle person. You have a big heart. I'm hearing a big heart and a gentle soul. That's cute. Oh, a big heart and gentle soul. And your person is very ready to meet you, I feel. This is them, this is you. And this person is also surrendering to their side of the relationship. Like, they're surrendering to their masculine or feminine energy. Like, I feel like this person's quite masculine, or they're dealing with their masculine side at the moment. Like, their relationship to do with their father figure is extremely important, and you're dealing with the relationship to do with the mother figure here. A lot of mothering stuff at the moment, which could be why, because the Taurus is in the North Node. Very kind of like energetic connections and ties to the people we have very strong karma with, especially with our heart. So fulfillment. I'm also seeing like, I'm seeing, it's kind of sounds really random here, but just go with it here. It's like you've always been the one who's left out, and I'm seeing like everyone, I'm seeing like, say you're with a load of people the same age as you, and you have like a mother figure or like a teacher or something. They're all giving food out to all these kids, and you being one of the kids. They're giving food out, and you're the only one who gets left out. And that's definitely something you dealt with, and it's not comfortable. It's really, really not comfortable. But you've had to learn how to be strong within yourself before sharing your energy with other people, because a lot of people have made you feel like you can't trust others. And it's because you are so loving and sensitive. People haven't appreciated that about you, because they don't appreciate that within themselves. It's scary to basically feel it within themselves. So you are going to attract somebody who is very fiery, airy or earthy. They have a natural nurturing side. They're basically all the signs, but they do have quite a lot of earth and fire. Yeah, they're very fiery. You're never appreciated. You never felt appreciated by anyone who, they can't see you for who you are. So this is them seeing you now for who you are, basically. And I'm hearing goals. Like you are the goal, and that's how they feel about you. That's how they feel about you, and that's how you feel about them. Like, both of you are the goal. Where are you being called to journey to? So any blockages in your romantic life is asking you, where am I surrendering my power? Where am I stopping myself from trusting? Okay, and it mostly is about you. It's like not really never about the other person. But if it comes up, it's about you. It's an invitation and an initiation to like listen to your gut feelings. If something feels off, it probably is. Okay. All right, answer the call. What is your soul calling you to do? Transformation, a lot of pink, which I like, lots of pink. Things are changing at a cellular level, deep healing. And then we have no, wait, postpone, pause, say no. There's somebody in your life that's trying to rush you, so don't let them rush you. It's not about that. It's not about them. It's about you. And if you need to say no, say fucking no. And sometimes you might have to say it a couple of times. Sometimes you might have to say it while you're shouting at them if they're not listening. I wouldn't say shout at these people, but if that's what if you need to create some sort of like energy flow, go for it, girl. So find peace within and let money flow in. A lot of you guys, oh, this rhymes. Find peace within, let the money flow in. A lot of you guys have definitely dealt with money issues. That's kind of been an issue from your solar plexus. It's kind of, you never felt good enough. You've always felt like you're subpar. Like I've never felt like, I think you do feel like you're worthy, but there's a lot of subconscious shadow stuff that has basically made you feel like you're not willing or able to deal with things. Like, you always feel like you have to be prepared for stuff. And remember, your natural intuition, if you can trust it, you can do anything. Okay? So your goal right now is to find peace within and to ground yourself. Okay? Getting in your body, getting comfortable with listening to your emotions. And it's all about that transformation, girl. Like, you are definitely changing at a massive cellular level. And what is your soul calling you to do at the moment? I know you're distracted by someone. Don't let that person distract you, okay? It's not about them, it's about you. How are you reacting to this person? Are you giving yourself to this person? Are you showing up too much for them? Are they showing up for you? Are they giving you what you need? Cut those cords, girl. Bad bitch, okay? Even if you cut the cords, doesn't mean you're not cutting them out your life. There's just this need for you to accept that you may not be fully appreciated in this situation, all right? So this is to do with when you find more peace within yourself, money will flow more. So Is there something that you've been avoiding your entire life? Do you have a kind of, there's something deep subconscious, so you might not know what this is, but if there's something that is making you feel stuck as fuck, oh, that rhymes too. Maybe you're rappers or poets. You might be feeling really stuck as fuck, and it just might make you feel like nothing I do is changing. But what it is there's something that needs to give. Something has to give. Like sometimes we have to go through this shit to realise if we've had enough, you know. I feel like I'm like rapping in this group. There's so much rhyming going on. But it feels like very masculine. You're having to really go for it, girl. And if it means quitting a job, if it means ending a cycle with someone, if it means being like leaving a situation, yes, you can do that. Go for it. Like if it means that you're no longer abandoning yourself for someone, fucking go for it, girl. Oh, I did see a lobster. Yes, as this was pulling out, I was feeling like either a starfish or a lobster or a scorpion, something like that. Oh, financial pinch, yes. So, oh, it matches my nails. So there's something about you and how you're trying to, I get it, girl, I got it. You're clinging on to something. You are clinging on. You are literally hanging on in there out of fear of being alone. And a lot of this is to do with you and your romantic relationships, okay? So this is all connected. Your finances and your money and your finances and your love life, they're all pretty much, very much connected. So you guys definitely have trouble with worrying. You're big worriers. And you guys have kind of felt like you're extremely tied to your family. Like you can't make decisions without your family knowing, or you have like maybe you have like a family business you've had to you know go into, and then you feel really bad. I just feel like you have more choice than what you think you do, even if it causes conflict. Okay, family is there to show you what are you avoiding. All right, there we go. Okay, I'm seeing that some of you guys, if you're in a family business, I'm seeing you don't have to work there anymore. Okay, if you want to do something that's for you, go for it, and don't be afraid of setting those boundaries, because this is what it's going to do. Is it's going to open you up creatively, and it's going to draw you into a relationship that's good for you, rather than something you're forced to do. Especially those of you, if you have had to deal with arranged things, you may have, you know, depending on, you know, how religious you are, things like that. But if there's any sort of arranged stuff that's going on, I feel like you do have a choice. But obviously it's a sensitive topic, so just take it as it resonates. But I'm picking up, like, don't force yourself. Too much concern with sexual matters. I feel like you feel tired. Like you, especially if you are somebody who's dealt with a lot of like, I feel like I have to do this. I have to do this, but it's not good for me. It's not good for me. And you're stuck. You're constantly like hurting yourself over it. Like mentally, you're like, oh, I can't do this. I've got to get out of this. I can't do this. I've got to get out of this. And you're going over and over and over and over and over. And it's like, girl, you have to make a choice. What are you doing? What are you surrendering? What part of you are you surrendering? Okay, it's to do with your throat. A lot of you guys have had throat issues, thyroid issues in your family. It's because somebody is not stepping up into their power. Okay, so when it comes to relationships, you've always kind of been either worrying in relationships, always been the over nurturer or something. You need to fan yourself out. And what this means is spread your energy out. Start saying yes and no. Start speaking your truth. Spread out. Get uncomfortable with this, because this is a part of you that you've been avoiding. And you're overcoming this. Okay? And you're going to start to manifest more money, because you are then feeling a lot more powerful. And it's a slow process. It is going to be a bit slower, but it's all part of your relationship to your family and how it's affected you, really. And it feels very like either religious or cultural or something. It feels like something to do with that. And I'm holding on to my thumb, which I feel like is relating to, I mean, some of you guys might know what the thumb is, and I can't remember what it is off the top of my head, but I'm picking up security. I don't feel financially secure. You could have had a very rich family, but you never felt happy. Like it wasn't for you, because you are the person that needs to break that cycle. Okay. So this is uncomfortable, but it's about you expressing yourself and asserting yourself and going for it, girl. Like this is about you coming away from those family patterns. You might not even feel like you're part of that family. You might not even feel like, oh, I'm nothing like these people. And that's great that you realize that, because maybe you're not. Maybe you're nothing like them, and that's good, because maybe they're not meant to be like you. Maybe you're meant to create a family by yourself, and maybe even create your own business. Yes, it's really to do with your self-worth. Oh girl, someone needs some pyrite. Yes, you're going to learn to also, in business especially, asserting yourself. You might have been in a relationship in terms of like a family community, or like work situation that's very male dominated or female dominated, whatever it is, you know, depending on your gender. But it's, you struggle to assert yourself within it because of being around those genders, because it's been very toxic for you. And you no longer have to adjust or assert you no longer have to control this. It's not about control, it's about letting it be. You got to be in the authentic, okay? I know it's scary, especially those of you who have dealt with people-pleasing tendencies, but it's not worth it. It's not worth surrendering your power, because this is going to attract the most sexiest person, and it could be a Pisces. You could be a Pisces, could be a Cancer, could be somebody who's very sensitive, someone who's earthy or fiery, someone who's extremely psychic. Could be even, maybe you're with someone who's spiritual, maybe your family doesn't approve. If they don't, who cares? Like, they've already done their stuff. They've already had their relationships. Let you be you and do your best, because you're doing such a fucking good job. Even if it's, I know it's uncomfortable, I can feel it. It feels like such a shit ton of tension in my solar, and you could have been getting bloated when you have these emotions. And if you ever get bloated and you're like, why am I so bloated? First of all, look at your diet, you know, gluten and sugar and pollution, all that crap. That's uncomfortable as fuck, but it's all down to this family stuff, okay? And if you ever feel bloated, it could be to do with emotions as well. So clearing it out, letting it out to somebody you trust is going to be really, really important. Okay, let's see what we are dealing with here. Oh, wow, you're coming out of this now. This is beautiful. So this is to do with your past, I feel. This is to do with not being tied down, not having to do something, like not having to, this is not mine anymore. It's not mine. I'm hearing it's not mine. Get it off me. It's not mine. This is like shadows that you've held on to from childhood, and it's not yours anymore. Let's see who this person is. Pisces. I mean, they're probably a Pisces Taurus as well. Okay, so I'm picking up, you've broke the chain with somebody or something, and then you get more money, you manifest more money, you manifest a job that's more suited for you, and that is how you meet your person, through deep emotional change. You could meet someone through your Saturn return, or when you are, or after you've gone through a Saturn return, and it's like, whoa, spiritual changes, girl. It feels deep as fuck. It feels great. Like, you've always been around people that are very cold-hearted or cold or too practical, and you need emotions. You need that emotional support that you haven't been getting. And it might be needing you to move away from your town to really just get back in your energy again. I'm hearing sounds, sand, waves, things like that. Like, you're a very visual person. And I feel like that you need to be around things that are very visual. Like, you need to be in open spaces like water and waves and things like that. Okay. Let's see what else we have. We have the name Anne as well. It could be significant for some of you guys. Could be like date of birth. Could be some of you guys are really into astrology and you ask this person their date of birth or like their like timing or something like that. So these are the letters. If that's significant, let me know, guys. I'm hearing the last name Khan, like Khan. So that's for some of you guys. Or like the name Karen or Carol or something like that. Kira. Lots of K's. So hopefully this resonates with you guys. I hope you have a lovely, lovely day. I'm also going to recommend you rose quartz. That's definitely a good one for you guys. So have a lovely, lovely day. Rates and crystal shop are down below, and I'll speak to you very, very soon. Bye.